Okay, our next presenter. You want to go and introduce yourself and tell them what you're going to talk about for us?
All right, 2 claps. Hi, y'all, I just did it. I just was doing a test to see. I do that with my kids. But I just want to see if y'all can revert either kids status as an adult. My name is Reese. I'm Coach Reese, Sebron Reese. Let me make sure I just distinguish between the two. I am from 74th Street Elementary. Been here for 14 years. You brought me in. I have to talk to you about a couple of things. Some of this might take you back to your childhood. You can identify with a couple of these things that we're going to be discussing today. Let me get a couple parameters out the way. This is to help get rid of my nerves inside to say these things. I dislike when a presenter has a PowerPoint and they sit here and they read off the PowerPoint word for word as if that is their presentation. And I know that kids who don't pay attention become adults who don't pay attention. And if you are bored, you will resort to playing on your phone and daydreaming and doing other things and wondering why you're here. And so I won't do that to you. There will be something on the board. I also would like to go with the fact that we've been teaching for quite some time. You teach other kids, so I would love to believe that you know how to read. I would like to believe that, just like I would believe in Santa Claus, in the Easter Bunny, and maybe Peter Pan. So when you see something on the board, I will say some things, but you can also read it for yourself. Lastly, I am a video guy. And that's what I do as my side. I have a video business, hence there is a camera over there to actually record me. So you are being recorded for quality purposes. But also I do know that if you hear someone talk all day, you may get bored with that, but you can watch that same person in a video and you will pay them 100% attention. And so to keep your attention as adults, I have learned from my defensive driving course to get points on my license that if you include video inside of the stuff that you have to read, then you get to essentially learn. So, all right, so as you can see the title here, what makes my child so bad in your class? It is a storyline that happened sometime back in 2004. I'm gonna give you the storyline a little later. But I do have some call and response, so I'm going to need for your active participation with this. So when I ask a few questions, I'm looking for you to popcorn out some things. Also, you can even raise your hand if you can see yourselves in some of the things that we're going to discuss today. All right? So to start off, I have a video for you. There's the play button. Now, I did this earlier with
Mr. King, we're going to try something brand new. Flip the script. From now on, 0 suspensions, 0 detentions, and for damn show, 0 expulsions.
All right, well, that's pretty much all the tools there are to discipline people, so kids are going to run wild. Sounds like a great idea.
We're going to try a method called restorative justice. Instead of trying to punish bad behavior, we're going to bring the offenders together, give them a non-judgmental space called the circle room. Miss Swift,
yes.
Can you look into the price of... Why don't you look into the pricing for some beanbag chairs, a boom box, and, ooh, a popcorn machine.
I can't even tell if you're being serious right now. Beanbags and a popcorn machine.
Relax, Mr. Candy. It's going to be nice for you, too. You won't have to walk around here yelling at anybody.
Don't laugh, Swift. It's not funny.
She can laugh at whatever she wants to laugh at, Mr. Candy.
Well, her face is disrespectful.
Put your eyebrows down and calm down. Thank you. That's what Are you threatening her?
Nope, this pencil broke.
all right, so now let me tell you how this all started. All right, I went to grad school and I was doing my practicum in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Yes, Iowa, where it's nice and snowy and the snow looks great. West High School is the school that I was at. Dr. Moon was the principal. I would follow her around and do a couple of things. And one day, she says, Reese, come into this meeting and see what happens. So there was a problem child that was coming in. The teacher was here, and they were just so happy. They were like, yeah, we're going to drop him the Whopper. And the WAPA, I still don't remember what that stood for, but it was an after-school type of thing where you go to night school instead of doing the general population. And he was a problem child. You could tell who it was. So they were feeling good. They were high-fiving each other and everything. The teacher was happy. And then we sat down for the conference. And it was individual. The boy came in. This is high school. Big old black dude walk in. Then he has a mama, the auntie, and then the other auntie that has the 6 month in him. And then there was like a 6-year-old. They all come in, they sit down. And Dr. Moon says, so, what are we here for? So the teacher, she's a soft, timid teacher, you know, the typical teacher. Oh, with the nice, quiet voice and everything. So she's trying to explain what happened in the class about how he was so loud and trying to get all this attention, and he tripped somebody in a chair, and he just made this big eruption, and all of a sudden the boy gets up, he's like, you know what? I'll put this on my mama's head, she lying. For one, in my mind, I'm fly on the wall because I'm supposed to watch. And so I'm like, hey, why we always gotta put something on somebody's head? Like, that's not saying something wrong. What if you're lying? Would we be going to the guillotine or something? I mean, why? So she continues on with the story, and he pops up again. I put that on my grandma, breed. She lied. The all lies. And he's loud. And so it goes on for about 20 minutes. And then the mom says something. And the quote that she said is what said the whole thing. So what makes my child so bad in their class? The teacher could not speak with confidence and answer the question. Well, he makes noises, and he's a little off, and instead of just saying what he does to get them to this point, she was trying to add a lot of sweetener. She was trying to add a lot of sugar. They were already irate. She got timid, and she was intimidated. And the moment she couldn't answer the question, the mama just went off. You know what? All these are lies. And then she pulled the race car. All these white people always say that. They don't want to this, that, they want to say, get out of here. And so all of a sudden it went from, we're going to get this boy to Whopper after school program out of our stuff so that we can actually teach, to she switched up and said, well, when he walked by, I thought that he was doing something, and I thought that when he tripped that he was trying to make a scene, and I thought that he was just talking, I guess. And end result, he got it. The principal was saying, well, we'll see you tomorrow in school. There'll be no repercussions for you. And they got up. They walked out the door. For them, that was a win. 5 seconds went by after they closed the door. Teacher broke down crying. They were all coddling her, everything. It's going to be okay. This is nothing. And I'm sitting here, I'm saying, if you would have said exactly what you need to say to them with confidence, you would have had a different outcome. Now, this was an irony. I said when I become a teacher, because I wasn't even a rookie yet. I wasn't even a draft pick yet. I'm just sitting here as a college student, sitting there, fly on the wall. When I become a teacher, if I have to come across a parent as such, I'm going to know exactly what I need to say with them, and I'm going to be confident with what I say, because I'm not going to be scared of you. I'm going to just say what I need to say, and hopefully you understand it. And then I'm going to ask a few other questions that's going to actually help you help me. So, here are a few questions that come from all parents when they have to come into a conference in regards to their child. Now, we've come in our time where if we have a kid that is misbehaved and we come in for a conference, the parent has already become their defense attorney. All right? So they're already coming in to defend their child. And we all can come to the grips that that parent knows exactly what that child does. They know it, but they have to defend their child because someone else is getting on their child. Now, teachers are enemies, principals and APs are enemies, and anyone who calls them in regards to their child acting up is an enemy. And if you call one time too many, you might have been blocked. If you send a text message, it might not go through. If you happen to find them on Facebook and send them an instant messenger, you might get blocked from them. Because they do not want to hear that their child is the one that's acting up, even though they know. Matter of fact, they were the same child when they were a child, but because they know that, now they got to come and defend themselves. So, you may have some that likes to downplay. Is it really that bad? Or, are they doing what kids do? Isn't that just what kids do? Yeah, your kid might do what kids do, but I have 27 other ones that are doing what they're supposed to do, and she is not doing it. Before you can actually talk to a parent with confidence and be sugar-free in your conversation, you have to have them on your side, all right? So that comes with you being, and we're in PE area, so I can get this out the way now. In PE, they see you all day, every year, unless they progress out or they go to another school. So they're gonna see you happen to be that one teacher that they will always remember. When they become 40-year-olds, they remember their PE coaches. They don't remember all of the teachers that they've gone through. They remember you as a coach. So, for one, you're already in their world. Two, based on how you are, if you are a good one, if you have that childlike quality, you have those interpersonal skills, you can talk to a kid, you can just have that conversation where it's something simple like, what'd you do this weekend? I did nothing. Nothing? What do you mean nothing? You didn't throw rocks, you didn't play outside, you didn't jump on the bed, you didn't do something. No, I didn't do all that, coach. Well, if you get them to smile and talk about what you do, you have now become a household name. Because when they go home, oh, Coach Daniels, he did this, and Coach Daniels was playing this with us, and we ran the lap, and Coach Daniels raced with us, and he beat us, but next time I'm gonna beat him, and oh, we got field day coming up, and Coach Daniels said, and Coach Daniels, if you say another Coach Daniels in my house again, so when they come to school, they know exactly who Coach Daniels is, and they've heard of this Coach Daniels, and now that door is open to have conversation. If you see those parents, you speak to them. Many of us are in areas where we have to do car circle, bus circle, maybe walker's gate, or we see parents in the hallway, we have to speak to them. Well, you have all the kids. So they are the one person that each year they're going to hear your name. So, talk to those parents. Hey, how you doing? What's up? What's going on? Who's your child? Oh, let me tell you about your child. Derica, she's all right. I'm just playing with you. She's okay. She does everything she's supposed to do, and she's running. So whatever you're doing, good job. I'm gonna tell her myself a little bit. There are some parents who have great kids, give us no problems. And I'll say something such as, Miss O'Mary, I need you to help me out. I need you to breed about 3, 4 more kids. just give me some good ones. Because you have some good ones. There's some parents I would tell them, nah, stop, just stop. But you have some good ones. We need more of you in our world. Just don't take them anywhere else. But no, I'm not having more kids. No, you can have some more kids now. And it's something to get them smiling, but they understand it. So that when you actually have to talk to them about something serious, they know who you are. Now, we're going to get into 5 categories of bad. This is where we can actually talk about things, and if you can see this within you, just raise your hand, all right? If you see this within you now, raise your hand. And if this was in your childhood, or your brother or sister, or mom or daddy, raise your hand. Here's a video, just keep your attention.
Ben, is she still saying it?
Oh, God, yes. Would you please just give me a moment? Yes, she's banging on about it even now. The trouble is, Hugh, they reckon they've got some great shots, you know. Great shots? The thing is, don't panic, you know. Yeah, yes.
Can you please shut up for 1 minute? I'm asking nicely. Please.
Now, Hugh, look, I'm going to have to hang up. I'm going to have to deal with her. I'm sorry, please.
Some of you feel that way with your kids, but here it is. We are talking about the mouth runner band, all right? These are the individuals who will not be quiet for anything at all. They have to speak their mind all the time, every moment, every day. Any type of new thought that pops up, they have to say something. If you say something, they have to comment on what you said and then add their own piece to it. And a quiet room hurts them the most. So they have to say something or make a snicker or something just to fill the air with their voice. If you say something to them, they have to say something back to you. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. They just have to say something. They always have to say something. They have to be heard. Now, Shariah, stop talking. I wasn't talking. I was just telling him to be quiet. It can be quiet, and they know they have to be quiet because it's a test, and now it's No, you're supposed to be quiet. We can still hear you. But understand you will always talk. Now, which one of you would be considered the mouth runner? Either in your childhood or even now. Be honest with yourself. That's the question. So we have one. Which one of you would have been that mouth runner? In class, you just had to talk. You had to say something.
Oh, no.
All right, so now, here's the second thing. When this mouth runner grows up, this can be used for something good. What type of career would a mouth runner have in the world? Say, politician? Lawyer? Sales, okay. Look. These type of people show up on your phone every single day at 11:26, and it says scam likely. And they're on the other line ready to sell you something. Yes. Understand. Who likes ESPN? Who likes ABC News? Who likes watching the news? Those are mouth runners. Commentary. Yes. Color commentary. The ones who have personality with it. Yeah. ABC has your news. These are your news reporters. They can go on and on and on. But they may make thousands and thousands of dollars as an adult. But until then, they are sitting in your gym, intersecting your class time because they are running their mouth. Right? Now, here's the next.
You gonna tell us how to handle them?
You're in. Quincy's. Hey, Quincy's. You're in. You can't do that. Still cannot stamp it. Can't do double stamp it, no erases. Cannot triple stamp it, no erases. Tough fool, make it through. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, boy. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. Lord, you guys, enough. Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Fellas, think we could listen to the radio or something?
Radio? Who needs a radio? Mark! Yeah! Yeah! Bird! Yeah! Mockingbird, don't everybody have you heard? She's gonna buy me a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird goes, if that mockingbird goes, look, there's some people running right too.
is their playground.
All right, stop looking there.
So, understand, there's going to be that one that's just going to do it, and the moment you're like, could you please stop? Okay.
But you have different types of learners that maybe that things got a tax on their kids. Got all those people you have to worry about.
As of right now, possibly, but then you have
The one person you shouldn't be teaching
and it keeps going. And of course, they will wreck your nerves. And in many cases, you have those who will do it so that they can get someone to do this. And if you can get them, if they can get you to laugh or chuckle or get that attention, it's something. And the floor is theirs. And sometimes they may do it just to get out of the work that they're in. But all they need is that attention. They will keep going and going. They will say stuff. They will actually say stuff under their breath to get others to chuckle. And if they get them to do it with them, you may grow a couple of gray hairs. But these are the irritants. And they will keep going, and they will keep going, and they will keep going. Sometimes they may go a little too far. And in class, I can turn on them and say, at your age and not your shoe size. Well, I'm 9, and my shoe size is 9. How about that? And then they keep going. So, you can be marked as immature, but they'll keep going because now it's a challenge. Now it's a battle. So now I do it and you like it, I'm great. If I do it and you don't like it, now it's a battle. Now I really got to get on your nerves. Now I'm doing it on purpose. I wasn't doing it on purpose before. It was funny before. Now I want to get on your nerves. And that could be from a student to a student, or a student to a teacher, or a student to both of them, just because. But there are the irritants. Which one of them is just... Were one of you the irritant? I saw one hand. Now, in a world such as this, what career field would an irritant be? Comedian. And I've done this a couple times, and usually it stops right there as comedian. But there are plenty of career fields. Yeah, there you go. So now we're moving on, and you're trying to get some people to stop some things, or do some things, you take attention away. Shoot, politicians, they do things to take your attention away from something else, while they do something else. Or someone to get you out of the zone that you're in. But otherwise, you could be the next Chris Rock. You could be the next Chris Farley. You could be the next Adam Sandler. But until then, they are in your class, wrecking your students and yourselves. Now, this next one, you might understand. We're adults here, right?
Yeah. It's your favorite radio station. It's your favorite radio DJ. Cranking all your favorite hits. Got this new joint from my man Craig Lucas. Call for my mama. You gon' be playing this all Mother's Day, I guarantee it. Dedication for all the mamas out there. Yeah. Craig Lucas. This is for my mama. 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 When I was years old, I used to. Till she beat me with a flip-flop. Over pork chops in Boston Walmart. With Obama, cause in December, we dropped me on my head. Praise Jesus, we was crisp and washed, and I catalytic converter. Yeah, in my, cause my, for my, with my, God bless the children. This is what
Here's what you probably would have never noticed. In your world, in your student, they may hear that song. It's not on the radio. And it's not leaked out. And you hear every last word. And the kid, the brother, and the sister are all sitting in the back seat. And so they hear it. Matter of fact, if you're not listening to maybe Joy FM or something like that, in our regulations now, shoot, if you listen to the regular radio station, you may hear those same words not leaked out in the world that we live in. All right? Now, not only that, they're going to get out the car. And there's going to be plenty of conversation had where on the phone, the mom is saying, whatever, blah, 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 beep, 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 yeah, I know, beep, 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 and that one, beep, 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 on the phone. While the kid is sitting right there playing Xbox. They could be playing Xbox and playing Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, and then the dang on game itself. They beep, 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 beep. Yes, your video games are just as profane as the other stuff. And then, get off the Xbox. All right, I'm bored. Let me look on my phone and look on YouTube or World Star or whatever, whatnot. And on YouTube and World Star, every other clip is beep, 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 beep. So, they hear profanity everywhere they go. In our world, as a kid, to say a cuss word, if you said, they say, ooh, as a kid. Ooh, because that's what grown people do. And if you're here to try to look grown by saying a cuss word or two, then you look like you're bigger than everyone else. Now, some of them just say it often, especially when there are no parents around or adults around, so they figure they're just doing something, they cuss to say it, and they curse so often that when they're in class, they can be talking to you as a coach and slip up and say a cuss word and won't even recognize it because they cuss so often. But then they'll catch themselves back. But next week they might slip up and say something else again because they are so profane. Now, you may be in your class and there's some noise going on. You need to get attention. The good kids, they are already quiet. You have the mouth runners who are already talking. And then you have some of the other mouth runners who actually want to get something done. So they're like, y'all, be quiet. Come on, the teacher's trying to say something. Then you have the profane person there, you go, man, shut the, and then they pause, and then you be like, you wait to see what they're going to say. Your profane ones will do it. Now, in high school, maybe, they might even say the whole thing. And certain phrases aren't complete without that cuss word that gives you emphasis on what it is. But meanwhile, they're in the class. Now tell me this. Raise your hand if you were that person. Oh, we got one. Maybe two or three. Some of you are trying to keep it within yourselves. All right. Raise your hand if you knew someone in your class that was that type of person. Yeah, that's when you start. That's the asking for a friend. Now, what type of career field would a profane person have that could get them some money? You said a comedian. You have many profane comedians, and it's always funny when they say certain cuss words. You got rappers, or music artists. Alright. You have, especially they have what, those rant videos that they just go on and on and on? Yes. But until they get to that point, they're in your class. And they're causing you some trouble. Alright? Now, this next clip, don't try it. Don't try it. if you do try this, Beth, and who is that, Rob, and I forgot all the names of them, but OPS will be waiting for you. And you may feel this way when people do this. That clip went viral back in 2013, and it was with a lot of teachers, but that was in Japan. No. Doesn't say anything, but many teachers would chime in and say, I feel that way every single day. But the concept is defiant, overt defiance. The person that is going to say, why? Followed by no, or no, followed by why? I'm not doing that. It's time to run a lap. Then I ain't doing it. Go ahead and run a lap. I'm gonna walk. Be quiet. All right, so in order for us to play this game effectively, we gotta have even numbers. Right now, Riley, you make it the odd one. It's 10 over here and 8 over here. We need you to go, Riley, since you're at the end of the line, to come over here. I'm not going over there. I don't want to be on that team. Just make it even. You're the last fucker. No, I'm not doing it. And then you want to run away. Or Jeff, stop. For him, he's doing it on purpose. All right? And you will disrupt the class. She will disrupt the class. And in many cases, it's not even about the class or them trying to get out of work. It's a battle against you. And so you say something, they have to say something else. They might even do it later on, but it's on their terms how they do it when they feel like it. Even though it may be 18 seconds later, it was not exactly when you said it. And if you are the type that will get irritated at the fact that they say no or don't, or I don't care, and you know they actually care, well, they know they have it. And they will do it every day. And if you get the best of them one day, they will keep it in mind. And best believe, tomorrow is round 2. And don't let it be a Friday. Because they will think about it all weekend, and they will ready to come back on a Monday, and they will make you earn your paycheck. Now, when they have their objective, and you are in the way, you are considered the bad guy. Hence that last line. To the villain, you're considered the bad guy. Remember, villains have their objective that they need to be. The good guys, the Avengers, happen to be in the way of them doing it. Doesn't matter what their overall objective is. They have a job to complete, which may be to get the whole class going or get out of something. You happen to be Captain America to stop them from doing that so you can save the humanity of your class. But for them, Captain America is the bad guy. And lo and behold, they will be there every single time. Now, which one of you will do? Define one. Oh, there's some professions going on. How many of you knew that defiant one in the class? Yeah. Now, of course, sometimes they don't get listened to at home. So, at home they may hear, I told you to go to the store and get the milk. I didn't want to get the milk. You get the milk. No, I told you to get the milk. You are not getting the milk. 11:30 at night. They hear it from their room. They go to sleep with it. It might have shown up in their dreams. They wake up in the morning. They may even hear it in the car going to school or right before they get on the bus. But what we fail to realize is kids slowly sink that in, internalize it, And they still have to release it, just like they released it on each other. Thing is, they're going to release it on someone else in the class, or release it on you. I dare you. If you have that child that is openly defiant or yells or screams a lot, ask them. Did somebody argue in your house last night? Maybe 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times out of 10? They might say, yes. And my dad put a hole in the wall. He has a bunch of holes in the wall, or something happened and they called the police and something. What? Here in your class. Defiant. What could be a career field for an overt defiant person? Lawyer. Is it a lawyer? Okay.
Police officer?
Police officer? Ooh. Now, ironic that you say that. Because understand, your defiant people are your revolutionists. These are the people who always go against the grain. And all police officers do that. But you know there are few. Understand, the world that you live in currently has been set up this way based on some of these defiant people. Women's rights, minority rights, Colin Kaepernick, people who go out of their own field to do something different. Say Donald Trump did something different. He went out of his field and became a president. You have other people, Gandhi, you have Mandela. All these people did something totally different from what was considered the norm. In their world, they were being, well, in someone else's world, they would be considered defiant. In their world, they're making a change. But until then, they're in your class. And they're in your class. Here's the last one.
Hello, Queen Lisa. Bart, what are you doing in my room? Lisa, certain differences, rivalries, if you will, have come up between us. At first I thought we could talk it over like civilized people. But instead, I just ripped the head off Mr. Honey Bunny.
Bart, that was your cherished childhood toy.
Mr. Honey Bunny!
Quiet down, Bart.
Bart, just get out of here.
Hey, it's a free country, you get out.
That doesn't make sense.
I know you are, but what am I?
Get out, get out!
Okay, but on my way, I'm gonna be doing this. If you get hit, it's your own fault.
Okay, then I'm gonna start kicking air like this. And if any part of you should feel that air, it's your own fault.
I better go check them out. Now, Homer, don't you eat this pie.
Okay. All right, Ty, I'm just gonna do this. And if you get eaten, it's your own fault.
So, we have what we usually link to bad, the violent. Now, we usually dismiss some of the other things, but we usually link bad with violent. That person that's gonna knock you down, beat you up, take stuff, take the chair, throw it. You have to take all the kids out of the room because they're clearing out the room because they're flipping tables over. Those incredible old type sensations. Well, these individuals are your violence. They can't just walk by you. They can't just play games. The games that they love to play. Let's play karate. Something where they gotta come in. And they're not gonna just give you some soft tap. They're coming hard. They're a real karate kid. Let's play Power Rangers and they're gonna try to beat you up. And middle school, they say, let's play tap. Anybody know what tap is? All right, so understand this. Tap is a boxing with no gloves. And it's not a fist, it's an open hand. So you're really just, you're coming around, you tapping faces, you trying to get a good lick, and they lean back like this because you want to hit, but you want to lean back so you don't get hit, and then eventually you get a good one in there. Ooh! And so eventually it goes from Ooh, to, oh, my feelings are hurt because I'm feeling embarrassed that someone got a good lick on me. And now we went from this to this, and we're going all into it. The whole violent thing, all right? Now, if you bump into me, and I'm the violent person, you could bump into me on accident. But I'm gonna get you back on purpose. Finish this statement. My mama told me that if somebody hit me in the back, now, there are plenty of households who will say, all right, what happened in school today, Jeff? Jessica hit me. And what you do? Nothing. You ain't hit her back? Why not? I didn't want to get in trouble. Look, she hit you, you better hit her back. Or you have to see about me. Or, if y'all get into a fight, you better be defending yourself. And you better hit him, and you better hit him hard. And you better do this, and this. Because if you get beat up, and I find out that you did nothing, I'm going to beat your behind. All right? Somebody messing with you, you got a brother, you got a sister, you got something else, y'all can all get them. Because nobody messes with you. Period. You're not going to put your hands on my child. And you go from there. So eventually, you have bullies, the physical bullies, who go around beating up kids. Then you have those who are fighting back. And they have to either pick a side and either pick up. School says we can't hit anyone. And school says it's always the one that hits back that always gets caught. But I can't let him keep hitting me, because if he keeps hitting me, then he's going to keep doing it, and I'm going to have to deal with this bullying. And so they have to pick the poison. But in the end, it's all in the name of violence. They may see fighting in the neighborhood. They may see fighting going on in their own house. They may see fighting or be part of fighting with their own brothers and sisters. So the fighting and violent part is in them. All right? And they come to school, they still have to release. But it's there. Now, who knows or has a violent person within their classroom growing up, or that they've seen, or were that person? All right? Now, what type of career field would this be? Boxing, we got MMA, football, pretty much anything that's really physical. Perfect. But until then, they're in your class, and they're tormented. And if you have a verbal bully versus a physical bully, the physical bully usually overrides the verbal bully, because pain hurts and pain overrides talk. Here's where it comes for you. You may hear a kid say, or maybe you'll be in the classroom, or maybe the conference and say, she was yelling at me for talking, but he slapped him in the head and she didn't do nothing. And it may be true. But understand this. Here's where you come in. Your tolerance level for certain categories are lower than others. So, in many cases, it may come from how you grew up. Case in point. I grew up with my grandma. She was old school grandma. You say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. If you say yeah, you might get slapped. Or she says move, you better move. Well, you're going to be in real deep trouble. And she could yell from afar, you better hear it. You grow up. I go to say something to you and you say no. How dare you say no? So right now, you have a direct pathway to your last nerve. You're already fuming because they told you no. And you grew up knowing that you don't say no to an adult. You don't say anything different, and anything other than yes sir, no ma'am, that's way beyond it. Yeah, doesn't work. I grew up on a farm, and profane words didn't work for us. And I said, hot darn it, that was too close to a cuss word. and my dad snapped the taste out of my mouth. Do you know how many taste buds you have in your mouth? There's like 10,000 of them. And for you to snap all of them out of your mouth that you can't taste anything is something drastic. And then, when the taste does come back, it might be the flavor of Dove body wash, maybe Irish Spring, because they didn't wash your mouth out with soap. You learn a couple of times, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when you try to be slick and say it in your breath and got caught because you in the other room, they still got you. So you grow up and lo and behold, you come across a kid that's just cussing away. You flash back. Direct pathway to your last nerve. That gets you going. Meanwhile, that other person who was, that doesn't bother you at all. But him saying, hot dang it, even if it was close enough to a cuss word, that already got your attention. And when you keep that in mind, you may find out that certain kids will get on your nerves more than others, but they still hold the same genre. They may be the mouth ring. You had a quiet house. You were the only child. There was not that much noise going on, maybe the TV or something. But to hear a lot of people talking, especially when you need them to be quiet, that may wreck your nerves. Meanwhile, somebody's over there, and children, you may see it, you may say, hey, stop. But when she makes that noise over here, you all down her throat. There may be some truth to it. You're getting on me for this, but yes, it is true. But you have to identify that for yourself. Now, you're going to end up talking to your parents. And when you go to talk to your parents, you have to speak with confidence. When you go to say what is wrong, talk to them almost like you would talk to another teacher. I know we're supposed to have the sandwich method. You say something good, you water down what's really wrong, follow it up by something good, so that you can keep the parent happy and you not be intimidated or they go crazy or something like that. But in reality, if you tell a parent exactly what they need to hear, they will respect you for it. All right, so Jennifer, when it was time to do our lap, she tripped everybody that she could. She took the one girl's hair and pulled it, and she fell backwards. And then ran by the fence and pushed the other boy. He scraped his face. This is what she was doing. I even asked her, Jennifer, what are you doing? I don't care. I don't feel like it. So hot. That's what she said. Now, we've done this. We've actually had her sit out for a minute. I've talked to her 50 million times. I've asked her some things. We've even given her Paul bucks for incentives. But she continues to do this. That's why I had to call you in. You know what? She's been acting a little different lately. And I think it was when we moved and I separated from my husband that she started turning this way. So I could see that. Or, yeah, she got it honest because that was me when I was growing up. Yeah, I used to beat kids up. I was the only girl around here with all the boys, so I used to have to beat up the boys to get my respect, so I can understand that. When you actually talk to them with the confidence, they can see it. They know. You can even follow it up by, all right, so help me help you. So, who do you really get it from? Is it you or the daddy? You say that and they're like, oh, the daddy. So, of course, it's always referred to the person who's not there. But if you can say something like that, you can get them to smile, they'll always be able to help you. So it's a more or less, help me help you. If they say it's them, then you can follow up with a separate question. So, what happened with you? What happened? Who said what to get you to turn over? Because you aren't like that now, are you? No, it took this, and this to help me. All right, so what do you do with your child to help your child become who he needs to be so that we can use it? Well, then you get them to tell you. Now it's more of an instructional thing. You're having a conversation versus it's me on this side as the lawyer trying to prosecute and they're serving as the defender against the child. And when you have those conversations, when you see them again, you follow up. All right, so I tried what you said, and you know what? For the past week, Dontario has actually been all right. He's actually improved a little bit. It improved from 20% to 55%, but that's still a lot better than what he did before. He doesn't hit anybody like that. He may have hit 12 people before, but now he's hitting 8 people. So we're starting to get some increase, all right? Keep helping me. Whatever you're doing with him on your side, keep doing it. I'm going to try to keep doing it on my side, and I want to make sure I point it out. Okay. So now you get some type of positive thing. If you happen to show up in a different capacity, in a classroom or in a conference, well, then you know that you have some type of progress. Now, any questions?
Profane students. Besides ignoring some of that stuff, because some of it you can't keep like back addressing that little thing. Because like you said, it's a language at home, that's how they communicate. I got students that they come to school and they get out the car and their parents cussing at them and they cussing back. So how you and then in the 3rd grade when they're in elementary school.
Now understand, that's calls for another training session.
Oh.
Because I'm supposed to identify, give you some identities on some of these things.
Oh.
But there's going to be a part 2. And it'll be how you can actually go about that. Some things you can't control. All right? Always understand that we are all considered superheroes, but Superman can't save everybody. That's why they have the Justice League. There's someone else that can actually reach that child. You may not be able to reach that child, but somebody else can. And hopefully it's somebody within your close proximity. Alright? And in many cases, you may have helped that child, but you may not know it until they become a 12th grader. And they come back and visit you, and then you can see the fruits thereof. But you can see the fruits thereof, you just wish that that fruit would have blossomed when they were in your home. But understand, this is one of those things. Understanding this can actually make it to where you can calm your nerves, you can actually reach different kids and improve your worth in your school. And you can sort of try to make money versus earning the money, all right? You make money by, you're gonna get the money regardless. If you have a good time and enjoy yourself while you're actually doing your job, then you make money. But if you're struggling with your students and there's always an issue and you have a lot of stress built up, you're earning the money. So we work toward trying to make the money versus earning it. Okay? So with that being said,
Any questions for him before we go? Okay, thank you guys for coming. We will have 2 PE trainings this summer, if you watch for them, and everybody's invited. June 4th will be an all-day PE training with different presenters. June 5th is an Adaptive PE Institute that will have different presenters on autistic, on EBD, on visually impaired, on things all day long. So June 4th and 5th, watch for those dates if you're interested. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. All right, where is?
Good to see ya. Bye.
Thank you.
I will be there too. Yep. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Good luck. I'm sure I'll see you. All right. Okay, have a good one. Good spring break, everybody.
Thank you.
You guys all good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just wanting to say hi to my old buddy.
This is my
Okay.
last
Okay.
name. Essie.
Essie Braun.
Reese like the candy.
Reese like you can. That was good, man.
Thank you, man.
Good seeing you again.
Have you done that for other presentations?
I did it during our PE year for the first time a couple weeks ago. So we had a small little classroom and we filled up the classroom. Now I did a video for it and I sent it to Ashley. So I see if she could actually send that out to all the PE people. And I put the slide and stuff in it so it's right there. It looks like a real video.
Perfect.
And, trying to make
Thank
that
you.
happen.
Check that with her.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right,
And thank you for all your